I'm in the key of C minor today. This is a another R&B, 90s R&B type track, or even maybe early 80s type of style. And I'm not getting everything right on point, but I'm trying to give you the idea on what some of this R&B. You know, this is some of the best R&B that's ever been made. The 90s, early 90s R&B, late 80s R&B. Really, you know, you don't really hear a lot of that that type of style of music anymore. Not that today's music isn't good, but this music had more of a musical, harmonic structure that you just don't hear in today's music, in my opinion. And a lot of the chord turnarounds, a lot of the chord changes are the same. It's just how they're placed, how they're voiced, and you know, what elements are used behind them to bring them out. So I'm gonna, you know, show you some of this stuff that I've done, and let you kind of see how it's done, how it's made, and what the drum tracks are doing. On one of my last videos, somebody asked me about how to load your effects in. All right. Well, I mean, listen, the effects are probably the most important part of your mix. After you've laid down the majority of your song, the effects are major in developing the sound that you're looking for. Logic Pro X has a lot of these effects that can be used right out of the box or right out of the download. But I do have some third-party VST effects. And so the way you use those is you go here to your here's your instrument panel here. You go down here to wherever. Let me just choose a new instrument for you so you can show you how it's done. Okay, so this is the default classic piano that Logic had. All right, so you go here where it says E piano and there's a little arrow there. You click it. And if you have your effects already loaded in and registered through whatever company you bought them through, you should be able to go down to, this is the wrong one. Go to where it says Audio Effects under the Electric Piano tab right here. You'll see a arrow there where it says Audio Effects. Click that. All right, and then go to where it says Audio Units. This is where all of your third-party VST plugins, effects are going to be located. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff here, native instrument stuff, but the main stuff I use on this setup is Waves. I bought the Platinum Bundle from Waves, and this is how you load your effects in. I'm just going to load up one of these Maserati effects and just show you what it looks like. Okay, so that effect now is on the electric piano. Okay, and you'll see here they have a lot of different preset effects for whatever it is you're playing. Let's see, let's put it on this Moogie synth, see what it sounds like. So you can get the picture there. But that's how you load your effects in. You can turn them on and off right here. And if you want to pull them back up, just click on the middle tab here in the middle, and it pulls the effect back up. Okay, you can adjust it however you want to adjust it, whatever. All right. So I'll delete that track if I'm not using it anymore. Okay, so that's how that works. So on this track I used pretty much all UVI sounds. UVI.net is where I get a lot of my sounds from. They have a vintage legend bundle right now that they're using, and that they're selling. I mean, and I purchased it, and I use a lot of their stuff. So this whole track was made with UVI products, but aside from some standard Logic's loops here and there, but for the most part, the whole track was made using UVI. So let me make some quick adjustments. Let me see here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the track is ready for the most part. I don't have a bridge in this track, so I might just kind of fill in the spaces here to kind of make do, but I'm gonna do that kind of live on you. But I'm gonna show you the basic setup of the song. So in the early 1990s, there was the 251, of course, it's a turnaround that was used almost in every song you heard in some of the mid 90s, late 1990s as well. So the turnaround goes something like, let's see, let me find this here. Here we go. Okay, so in the key of C minor, the 251 would be the D, the G, and back to the 1, C. Okay? So that turnaround is used a lot. So what I mean by that is different variations of it. You can, let's see. That's something to kind of give you the idea of it. And this one here is used quite a bit. Okay. Let's give you another one. Let's see. This is a gospel type of 251. Okay, so I'm gonna give you that one right there. I'll give you this one. Let's see. Remember, it starts on a D in the left hand. So the 251 stands for what you're playing in the left hand. So 251. Okay. So to make that turnaround, you'll play kind of a crunch type of chord here, but you'll play the D and the F sharp in the left hand, C, F, A flat. Okay, that's a nice chord there, but I don't play it that way. Sometimes in R&B, You can play it this way. It'll be the G in the left hand. You'll play the B, E flat, F, G, B flat in the right hand. All right, and a little trick that I use, and you have to experiment with your chords. One note can make a lot of difference and give the chord a completely different texture. So what I do is I bring down the E flat in the right hand, and okay. So basically, you just, instead of having the and you bring that E flat down to the D, you got this. Okay, it's a different sound, which is the R&B chord change. So and that last chord is, it's kind of a stretch. You go to the C in the left hand, G, E flat, then the F, B flat, D, and F. And you're gonna use a little grace note on the D in the right hand, so it's gonna say, okay, hear that? So let's do that one more time. Let's say, okay. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and show you this track a little bit, and you can kind of see how that chord change is used. This, I tried to emulate the early 1990s best I could and kind of give you that feel. There's kind of a certain type of swing that the songs have, and it'll make you kind of have a little rock to you. But that's the way this, because those songs were kind of a mixture of gospel and R&B. A lot of those guys that produced those records were church musicians, and you'll find out if you do the research on some of the producers. They started out at a church, and some of these organists and pianists, they learned these chord changes in church, and they just transitioned that over into R&B, what you hear on the radio. So here you go. Let me play this for you, and hopefully that explains some of the mystery behind some of these songs. But here we go. What I did there on those kick drums to give them a little more pop, I basically used this Maserati GR, all right, GRP, all right. This effect is nice, and just the regular Logic compressor, and I pulled up the gain a little bit, lowered the threshold, and you can hear the difference. Let me just turn it off, and you can hear the difference. Turn both of those off, so listen. Now here they are with them on. Now, Now that bass, that's kind of that sub 808, that you heard that in a lot of like some of those in that I think in that Janet Jackson Anytime Any Place remix that R. Kelly did. It has that kind of subby bass in there. Let me see how I find what kid it was in here. Here we go. Okay, the same type of bass sound in there. So let me play the rest of it for you. Freestyling. So that's the gist of this little track, but the bridge was not. I haven't finished it, but the changes, the 251 is what I want to show you, and like I said, there are different variations of it. It can be played in many different ways. This. Alright, so there's another way. F, C, E, G, then. All right. So, anyways, hopefully that can show you a little something on the track. If you're interested in any of my music, just hit me up on email. I can make you custom 90s R&B tracks. And remember, these are more musical oriented tracks versus just stuff to just put together. So let me know if you're interested. I work with anyone, and peace out.